What is up, everybody? Welcome back to After the Huddle. As always, it's your boy Jacob, Devin, Jared to my left here. Week 12 was crazy. I don't know if anybody watched the end of that Washington and Dallas game.
Bro, I've seen that punt return like multiple times.
Oh, the kick return?
It was a kick return.
Yeah, it was a kick return. Yeah, it was a low scoring game. 41 points were scored in the fourth quarter. 41 points. That's insanity.
Bro, I had Jaden sitting on my bench.
I mean,
I had Lamar. I mean,
what that boy said, you get what you fucking deserve.
I mean, I played Lamar. I mean, I was like, all right, bounce back from that loss they had against Pittsburgh. I'm like, all right, they got to at least do something. At least, he ran one in, threw a couple touchdowns, so I can't be mad at that. But Jaden put up more than him.
No, he did. He did. The Bears Vikings game that went into OT.
The Chiefs game was close.
Chiefs game almost went into OT because they were without Harrison Buckner. They were without Harrison Buckner. He got hurt. They had to go pick up another kicker. And he was a brand new kicker playing for them this week. Kicked the game-winning field goal for him.
He didn't play last week?
No, I think this was the first week he played. Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah. This was the first week he had played. So, I mean, it was a good game in the end. I didn't think it was going to be that close.
We lost our tight end in Dynasty in that game.
Which one?
Sanders.
He
got carted off.
That's not good.
No, but they're saying that he dodged a serious injury, so that's a good thing. On top of how our fucking team is right now.
Yeah. Well, what that girl Ice Spice said, y'all aren't the shit, y'all the fart. You know?
What?
Hey, what's up, Don?
Hey, Don.
You. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, man. Appreciate you joining. We were just talking about the Bears game. I picked y'all. I voided on a spread. I should have picked the 3.5. I went with 3. It had changed down to 3 right before the game, and my dumb ass didn't go to alternate spread real quick and be like, no, I want 3.5. And if I did that, I'd have won like $200 more at least.
Even 3?
Yeah, it was an even 3, so it voided out just that one. I still won 343 off of a 7-leg parlay. So I hit 4 parlays in 3 days. I hit Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. That's
yeah. We all hit Sunday.
We all hit Sunday.
Yeah,
we all hit Sunday. Yeah. It was a good week for the After the Huddle boys.
Yeah.
We definitely won some money.
Yeah.
But great week of football as always. First thing I wanted to talk about, because I forgot to put the banner out, but first thing I wanted to talk about is
Daniel Jones.
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting that he signed with Minnesota.
Yeah, Daniel Jones, he signs with the Vikings. Obviously he's a backup.
Yeah.
Obviously he's not going to start over Sam Darnold.
Back up to JJ.
What I will say, he's not a good quarterback. The thing about Daniel Jones, though, is he does have a frame and intangibles that you can't teach as far as speed and athleticism and height. And, you know what I mean? Like, he does have a little bit of an injury history, but we see. I was explaining to somebody earlier. We've seen guys like Baker Mayfield now, Sam Darnold this year coming in, Geno Smith playing well with Seattle. Later in their careers, after sitting behind people for a little bit and learning the game, learning the speed, learning how to read a defense, because Daniel Jones' main problem is that he's always going to throw on his first read. And if his first read's not there, he's going to hold on to the ball too long, and it's going to create a sack or a negative play where he forces a throw and it's an interception.
I mean, O'Connell's a good coach to learn from too.
Exactly. He also has some accuracy issues that he needs to. I saw him in the Panthers game, clean pocket, airmail Malik Neighbors right over his head.
Who's got a big catch radius.
And he was wide open. You didn't even need a big catch radius. He was wide the fuck open. So he definitely has things he needs to work on as a player. Vikings needed a backup to Darnold. They really had nobody. Yeah, they had Mullins. I saw people online earlier talking about, oh, he's a serviceable backup. I don't understand why we went and got Daniel Jones. I mean, no, he's not. Like, yeah, no, he's not. Daniel Jones has been a starter in this league for the past 6 years.
Right, yeah.
Mullins has never done anything. Doesn't have that quite experience.
Last I remember, Nick Mullins is playing with the Niners. That's the last time I remember him playing with him.
Yeah, he's the backup over there now. So, well, what do y'all say? What do y'all think about Daniel Jones going to the Vikings?
I mean, like I said, he's gonna be a good coach to learn from. I mean, look what he's doing to Darnold. Turn Darnold into probably a Pro Bowler this year.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all think maybe he went over there because he has the same archetype of JJ McCarthy? Like maybe speed, run.
That would be him because he's seen him more than I've seen Daniel Jones over the years.
Well, yeah, he does. I mean, Daniel Jones, he does have mobility.
Just to keep, like, if JJ McCarthy goes down next year,
well, yeah, you'd be able
that
to.
Same
that would be
archetype of quarterback.
Well,
Right,
the thing about it is, it depends on are they going to sign Sam Darnold back or not,
right,
or is he going to go in free agency, test the waters, and see who's going to be where. It's a lot to say right now because we don't know where the Vikings are going to end up. Who knows? They may get hot in the playoffs and make the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We don't know. It's possible.
Sure.
Yeah. These are one and done games, bro. These are one and done games. Anything can happen in a one and done game, regardless of how good the team is compared to the other team.
Yeah, because Detroit's not. I mean, Minnesota and Detroit are like right there, neck and neck right now.
Yeah, and Detroit and the Eagles, they look like the top two teams in the NFC right now. The Packers throw in there,
Arizona.
No, Arizona just came off a bye and scored 6 points in a loss to Seattle. That ruined my parlay. You want to know why I know that? Because I asked myself how many times. Oh, I don't know. Wow, you come off a bye and score 6 points? What the fuck were you doing?
Sitting at home eating potato chips.
Too much. Collar threw a pick. Bad throw. It was terrible. Sailed it right over the dude's fucking head. And we'll get to that later. But
oh, my bad. Call of Duty came out.
Yeah, Call of Duty's out. That's the problem. He went on because because the teams were interested in the Vikings gave him the best chance to get a ring. That's true. He wasn't going to go to the Raiders. They already said that he wasn't going to go to the Raiders. I didn't believe that for a second. I heard that he might go to San Francisco, but didn't quite work out that way. This season only, he'll move on. Yeah, I expect him to move on, and somebody's gonna take a chance on him. I'm not gonna lie. I could see if the Browns don't go get a quarterback, I could see them signing Sam Darnold to a deal, seeing if he can make it work in Cleveland, or they might re-sign Jameis. Depends, because if you're still losing, I mean, you did beat Baltimore on that Thursday night. That was a big win.
Yeah, but the whole reason Darnold went to Minnesota is because he knows.
No, not Baltimore. I thought it was Pittsburgh.
Who?
Yeah, they beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they beat Pittsburgh
Thursday night.
Yeah, it was Pittsburgh.
But they also beat.
Yeah, they did beat Baltimore earlier. Yeah, that was Jameis's first start.
Yeah.
But I was talking about just now. They just beat
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they just beat Pittsburgh.
Oh,
yeah. But
snow game.
Yeah. In the snow game, yeah.
Man, that snow escalated quick.
It did. Yeah, I expect Darnold to move on as well. Somebody's going to take a chance on him. I don't think they're going to give him a gigantic contract, but he will get a contract from somebody. I just don't know who yet. We'll see. We'll see who needs quarterbacks in the offseason.
Well, what I was about to ask was, depending on how the Viking season go, like say they don't make the playoffs, Sam Darnold, y'all think he stays with the Vikings or he goes somewhere else? Somebody else gives him a chance.
If they don't make the playoffs,
right?
Well, that's going to be even worse for him. The further he's going to go, the higher the contract he's going to get.
But who is more likely to get a contract, Sam Darnold or Daniel Jones?
Sam Darnold.
Darnold.
Yeah, definitely Darnold.
So
yeah, Jones is probably gonna see about free agency, but he's probably gonna want to go back as a backup for the Vikings behind JJ McCarthy.
As long as Darnold doesn't implode the rest of this season,
That's
they
what
should
I'm.
make the playoffs.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So, but happy Thanksgiving, Dave. Appreciate you. Oh, what's up, Coach? Oh, for anybody that doesn't know, Coach here, he coaches Little League youth football. He's a great coach. Just won his first league championship. Got a ring. Got look like a Super Bowl trophy. Yo, the most fire shit I've ever seen. This man got like a diamond chain with a silver diamond whistle, like pendant. This shit's ill, bro. It's ill.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no, big ups to Dwayne. Proud of him. Proud of the kids for winning a championship for him and his. I think was this your first time in that league? I think he told me it was his first time in that league.
Is that out here?
No, it's in Florida.
Oh, okay.
It's in Florida. Oh, always, bro. Most definitely. But yeah, man. We're moving on. We're gonna start off with these games. Speaking of the Vikings, we'll start it off with them. They edge out a win in overtime against the Bears. I was hoping for a tie at the end there, just so I can win my parlay, but I ended up winning still anyway.
I haven't seen a tie in a while.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking that might occur right there. But then right at the end, the Vikings started driving down the field with like 2 minutes left. They got to like the 10-yard line.
They had the help of some penalties.
Yep, first in this league. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank God.
And then JJ kind of shit the bed for me.
They were trying to fall on that Daniel Jones grenade. Yeah, Daniel Jones didn't want to go there. That's saying something. That's crazy. But yeah. So Darnold, speaking of Darnold, he goes 22 of 34. That's not too bad. 330, two touchdowns, no picks, no turnovers. Caleb Williams, he had a decent game, 32 of 47, 340, 2 touchdowns as well. So I saw a stat earlier. It said that the Vikings since 2022 have won 23 one-possession games.
You said 22?
Since 2022, they have won 23 one-possession games.
We talked about that year.
Remember, that was the year the Giants beat them in the playoffs. We had talked about it because we said they were frauds in the playoffs because of how close the games always were. Right. They had won like 12 games that year or 11 games like that, all one-possession games. It was crazy. And then they got beat by the Giants of all people in the playoffs. And then we went and faced the Eagles. And I told you that day, I was like, yeah, there's no way we're going to beat the Eagles.
Yeah, that was the day with my party. I was like, oh, you might as well just come over to the house. You're not doing anything.
Yeah, I was.
This was at that time.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, you're not doing anything. Come on.
Yeah, it was bad. I was upset. But on the flip side, the Bears, they seem to get into these one-possession games. They choke, they fold, whatever you want to call it. That's what they're doing. What do y'all think is the reason why they're losing all these close games? Is it inexperience? Is it coaching? I mean, I was watching the game. I was literally watching the game, and they had a lot of mistakes, bro. They had a muff punt. Cole Kmet dropped a wide open first down, like on a third down play, dropped it wide open. It made him go 3 and out. That like kills all your momentum. Like it was terrible. I didn't understand it. For why all these, it was a lot of simple shit. It's not like Caleb was throwing. He did throw a couple crazy passes to Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen caught one. I was literally working. I was walking in the driveway and I saw it and I was like, oh, he caught that. But no, man. Me personally, I think it has to do with more of the inexperience of the team at quarterback and at the head coach.
That's what I was about to say. I think it's all the variables.
Yeah.
Head from the head coach position and all the way down to just the tangibles of the game, like penalties, offensive line play, things like that.
Yeah. No, most definitely.
Inexperience, like you said, like definitely a young team.
Yeah.
Needs to just get it right.
Yeah, young head coach. I do like on the Vikings side of things. I do like Kevin O'Connell. I like the way he's doing things. It's a big win for them. They needed this to stay in line with the Packers winning, Lions winning, you drop the Bears down, try to get them out the way a little bit more. So it's a big win for the Vikings. No doubt. A player from Duke cannot progress reads. Go Tar Heels. Hey, yo. And talking about football, that's cool. We Duke basketball fans over here, though. We Duke basketball fans over here, even though we just lost to Kansas. We lost close one to Kansas, too. It was close. Same thing we did to Kentucky earlier in the year. We lost to Kentucky earlier in the year in a close one. The game looks too fast for his game mental processing. Players that can't progress in reads often are in panic mode or worried they'll mess up, so they play too conservative. Yeah, no, I definitely understand that. Jones has dealt with not having an offensive line for so long and not having great skill players for so long. He doesn't know how to fucking act when he actually gets a good pocket and an open wide receiver at the same time.
Yeah. See the Panthers game.
Yes. Perfect example of that. They need to learn how to win. They're like the Lions of old. Yeah, I think they need to find, and I don't know, is it Eberflus? Is that head coach's name for Chicago? Yeah, I don't know if he's the answer quite yet. I need to see some more. This is his first season as a head coach. I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh, you get one season as a head coach and you're out the door because you didn't do a great job with a fucking rookie QB. Like, no, get out of my face. I don't believe in that. That's a retarded way to think of things.
That's one reason why I don't think we're firing Mayo either. Everybody's saying, oh, we need to fire Mayo for the shit that's going on with New England.
Yeah. I don't know. But next up, we get to talk about how bad my fucking team got stomped. Giants got stomped by the Bucks 30-7. The Bucks outgained the Giants 451 to 245. That is unbelievable. I turned the game on for the first 3 drives. That was a touchdown in the first drive by the Bucks. Giants get the ball, they punt it, and then the Bucks go down and score again. It was 14-0. I said, "Yeah, I'm turning on the Bears game." I'm not gonna sit here and subject myself to this torture.
Sunday.
It was bad.
It was bad for us.
It was bad. I wasn't gonna subject myself to that. I'll worry about my parlays and my money that I'm gonna win. And the Bears game had me stressed out the entire time. But we were bad. I
saw Baker good. You see Baker getting airborne?
Baker was crazy, bro.
Bucky Irving.
Yeah, Bucky Irving's playing well. They get Mike Evans back. He came back.
He was sitting on waivers in one of my leagues.
Who, Mike Evans?
No, Bucky.
Oh, Bucky Irving?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I can believe it, though. People there.
Yeah. With that being said, the Bucks, Atlanta was on a bye this week. Saints, they won.
We were on the bye.
Yeah, y'all were on the bye this week too.
Right.
Carolina lost, so that pushes them further away.
I still think Tampa's going to win this division.
Tampa still has a chance. Now they did lose 2 to Atlanta, so they need Atlanta to lose some more games in this stretch here. But I was looking at their schedule earlier. The Bucks,
Tampa,
yes,
they played Carolina, and then they played Vegas, I believe.
They next up they got Carolina, then the Raiders. They do got a tough one against the Chargers, but then they play the Cowboys, then the Panthers again, and then at home to end the season against the Saints.
Yeah.
So they can make a push. I think they can. If you look at the division, Atlanta's only got them by 1 game.
Right.
Yeah.
They do got the head-to-head, though.
I went and picked up Tampa's defense in one of my keeper leagues
for
a playoff push.
Yeah, so technically in my mind, they're 2 games behind because Atlanta's got the head-to-head matchup against them. And they got a better division record than the Bucks do.
Yeah.
So me personally, I was telling Tracy, I was talking to Tracy the other day, and I was telling him the same thing. I said, y'all schedule lines up to the point to where y'all can't make a playoff push.
A strong one, too.
A strong one.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse as to why you can't get that done. This is 3rd season of coaching for Eberflus. He needs to go. Oof. That's coming from a Bears fan.
It makes sense while they're all talking about why he needs to be fired.
Yeah.
I thought he actually was a first-year coach. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I didn't know. You see, you didn't hear about him for so long because he was so shit. He tried to stay under the radar and finally got Williams. Jones mentally is cooked. He will never be a starter again unless some NFL GM is a moron. His film shows he can't play in the NFL. He's supposedly smart. So career clipboard holder is his future. Hey, you make money doing that. I'll say that at least for him. He definitely
Backup QB is the luckiest motherfuckers out
yeah.
there.
I want to talk about this game. Cowboys, they stunned the Commanders 34-26. Cooper Rush goes 24-32, 247 and 2 touchdowns. The Commanders have now lost 3 straight games. Okay. They got pulverized by the Eagles. That was they should have beat Pittsburgh. And they definitely should have beat the Cowboys with Cooper Rush.
Yeah. But at one point when Cooper Rush was still playing when Dak was hurt, he was 4-0 with him.
Yeah, but that was with a better team. This team isn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and now that's what I'm saying. The Commanders have now lost 3 straight. What do y'all think the reason for the fall is? I want to hear y'all's, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what my dad told me that he thinks is the reason, and I gotta agree with him because I see the same thing. What you got, Devin?
I kind of see a little Eagle. What happened to the Eagles last year? They started off hot and gonna kind of not tank the rest of the season, but it's just more of missing pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't really have an established running back. You're on the outside. You only got Scary Terry.
I think that's one of their biggest problems myself, but that's not the main reason for me. But go on.
I haven't watched too many games on Washington, and I'm not sure about how their defense is looking. But from my personal view, the offense is just missing a bunch of pieces, and you don't really have that superstar effect on your team or anybody close to that caliber.
Some skill players, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So.
Because really, who's scaring you outside of Daniels?
You shut down one thing and it's over.
Look at the prime example of the Eagles game.
My thing was the prime example was the Pittsburgh game. They couldn't run the football.
And look at what happened to the Eagles when they added Saquon. They had AJ Brown. They had Devontae Smith, and look exactly what happened when you had a running back as caliber as Saquon.
No, you're right. And then don't forget about the offensive line.
That too.
The offensive line is so good at the Eagles. They know how to draft and develop offensive line well over there. I got to give them credit because the Giants fucking don't. For anybody that didn't watch this game, what happened was that it was a low-scoring game all the way into the fourth quarter, and it was 20. Next thing you know, it was 27-9. Commanders scored a touchdown.
Was that the Scary Terry one?
No. They scored a touchdown. They forced Dallas to get the ball back from them. That's when Scary Terry got the touchdown.
I've seen that. I've seen both these.
Next thing you know, it's 27-26. The guy misses the extra point. Misses the extra point. They go for an onside kick, and the guy recovers the onside kick and runs it back for a touchdown for Dallas.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You know, this kicker's now on IR.
Yeah. Siebert?
Yeah, I had to drop him.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna tell you the reason what my dad talked to me about. He's waiting to see where's the evolution of Cliff Kingsbury's offense. Okay, so you had Daniels, you bring him in, you bring in Cliff Kingsbury, you bring in these coaches and all this and that, Dan Quinn, you change all this shit up, and now that guys are starting to, you're more than halfway into the season. Guys have film on your offense. Mm-hmm. You need to evolve it in some form or fashion. There's no adjustment. There's no, urgency to change anything. It's just keep doing the same thing because it was working. So it's got to work still. No. Teams, they catch on to things. That's why the Wildcat was famous for 1 year, and then teams started to catch on to it, and it kind of fell out, and you only see it sparingly now. Yeah.
Or some form, or some fashion.
Yeah, some form, variation, it's something. Yeah. But Cliff Kingsbury has to do something about this offense. Because I do agree that the defense isn't that great, but it kept you in the game. Most of the game, there was a kick return for a touch, 2 kick returns for a touchdown. That means your defense gave up
14.
20 points.
Are you going over in general, including that?
No. You take away they scored 34. So you take away 14 from the special teams, and you're left with 20. So the defense held them to 20 points. I don't think that's bad. That's not great, but that's not terrible.
Yeah. You can usually get away with
20
holding somebody to 20.
Yeah, you got to score 20, 24,
Right.
21. That's 3 touchdowns. You know what I mean? You got to make your extra points,
Right.
obviously. But yeah, I think they need to evolve this offense. I do think that Brian Robinson is more key to their offense than Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
Because he went down in the first quarter, and for the first, second, and third quarter, that offense couldn't do shit. Because they couldn't run the football.
When Eckler went down?
No. Brian Robinson went down in the first quarter.
Because I know they lost Eckler too.
The first, in fact, the first play of the game, he got hurt. Yeah, bro. I didn't realize how detrimental to the offense that he is, but boy, is he. He really is. Because when he's not in there, they have no kind of running game with Eckler. Like it's not terrible where they're only getting like 25 yards. They get about like 45 to 55 yards. Maybe 60. But I think it's even less. But you don't have the skill players on the outside to be able to afford not to have somebody running the ball for at least 80 to 90 yards a game.
Right.
Minimum.
Exactly.
And Brian Robinson gives you touchdowns by the goal line.
Yep.
He's a huge touchdown scorer on parlays and in fantasy. People pick him up just for the goal line touchdowns that he gets. They got to do something. Go Pats.
You'll be all right.
I mean, yeah, actually, go Pats. Because I don't want y'all to have a higher draft pick than we do.
We won't. I don't think we will.
What's that supposed to mean? I get to say that. You can't say that.
Last I saw y'all, I think y'all were above us.
Yeah, we were. Last time I checked, we were 3, I think.
I don't know.
I think we were. I'm pretty sure we were 3. I can tell you right now. Now we're 2. We are 2.
Even better for you.
Yes, we are 2. The Giants have the 2nd overall pick. Come on, Jags. I've never seen our team have the 1st overall pick in my life. It hasn't happened since like 1965, I think it is. Yeah, like 1965, I think was the last time the Giants had the number 1 pick. That's almost it's like 60 years, bro.
That would be interesting.
60 years, and then we get the number 1 pick again. And you know we're going QB. We got the pick of the litter. We're going QB. We're going Shador. We're going Cam Ward. I pray to God we don't go Carson Beck. I pray to God we don't go to get that guy from LSU.
Yeah, Nussmeier.
I don't think Nussmeier is worthy of the top number 1.
No.
They just had it because that one. I think it was Kuiper or somebody like that had him in this top 3 or 4.
Yeah. That 4 spot has been ours so long. Our logo's engraved in it. As in number 4 in standings. We're done. We will try to finish 7 and 10 to get the 13th pick. Shit, 7 and 10, you might get a higher pick than that. Probably get like the 15th to 16th pick. That's NFL purgatory. Where you're not good enough to make the playoffs, but you're not bad enough to get a high pick.
Yeah.
NFL purgatory.
We talked about that.
It's terrible. That's the one thing. I'd much rather be a team that doesn't have anything than a team that has just enough to not be able to go get extremely franchise-changing talent. And yeah, you can find it later in the round, but you just have a higher chance finding it in that first 5 picks, first 5 to 10 picks. All right. Well, speaking of these Pats, they got rolled on by the Dolphins, 34-15. Tua has looked good since coming back from injury. Had another good game, 29 of 40, 317, 4 touchdowns. That's pretty damn good. So with Tua back and healthy, okay, do y'all look at the Dolphins as a team that can contend to get to the Super Bowl at least?
Mm-mm.
Not to the Super Bowl, no. Playoffs, yes. Super Bowl, no.
Can they get past the first round? Depends on who they play.
Yeah. Right.
And where
Yeah,
they
because
are.
I can see them winning the division with Jets, them, Patriots, and who else?
Buffalo.
Well, never mind.
No,
Buffalo.
Buffalo's gonna win that
Buffalo,
division.
We got that division. Yeah.
Miami have to sneak in as a wild card.
Miami's going to have to try to sneak in as a wild card. They got a big win against the Patriots. I mean, not a big win as far as like in terms of like opponent wise, but it's a big win because they need to. Yeah, they swept them and they needed to stay. You get a division win, stay in line with the AFC, all that good jazz.
Yeah.
So, I don't necessarily think they're contenders where they could make it to a Super Bowl. I do think they're good enough to make it to an AFC Championship game, especially if Tyreek Hill gets hot and Waddle gets hot in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Is their defense gonna hold up though?
That's the thing. Can their defense hold up?
They can score, but
I don't know. I personally don't think that they can contend for a Super Bowl, but I do think their ceiling is an AFC Championship game. I do believe that.
With everyone fully healthy.
Everyone fully healthy. Tua's playing so well right now.
Yeah.
He has to get some credit. He came right back from the concussion. Everybody was like, "Oh, he's gonna get concussed. He's gonna die and all this and that." He's like, "No, I'm gonna play. God got my back," and he's out there balling right now.
Yeah.
No fear, no hesitation, just all go mode. You got to give him credit for that.
He's got a tough game on Thursday.
Who they play? Oh yeah, they play the Packers
in Green Bay.
In Green Bay. I actually do like the Packers in this game.
Yeah.
I do like. Yeah, I do like.
It is snowing, huh?
I think it is snowing.
Yeah, I do like the Packers in this game.
Did y'all see the Buffalo one? I think there's a picture of the Buffalo where it's like the entire
already
in snow.
We're
talking about another snow game like last year.
Here we go again.
100%. We're too prideful to get out of purgatory because we just can't take an L for a few years. No, not us. That's stupid. Let's tank like everyone else. I mean, didn't y'all just have a high pick?
We just had 3 with May.
Yeah.
Y'all
had a high pick. Y'all got a quarterback. You need offensive linemen now. You need to build up that offensive line. You just get I think a great wide receiver. Like depending on where y'all are, I was telling Jared, depending on where y'all are, if all these guys take quarterbacks, that you might have a chance to pick the top offensive lineman or
Travis Hunter
or that guy from Arizona. Yeah, McMillan. That dude's crazy, bro. The dude from that wide receiver from Arizona is crazy.
Yeah. That video I sent y'all in the chat, I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah,
like, where he's just to his legs.
Unbelievable.
What?
I call that the Vince Young strategy. Watch film, make adjustments, no jobs for Vince Young.
I mean, did he really watch film?
I mean, not everybody watched film. I know Jamarcus Russell came out and said that he didn't watch film.
Yeah.
Yes, we drafted the QB to watch Jacoby Brissett play. Again, stupid. Hey, I'm a Giants fan. I'm not going to speak on any off-season stupidity. You're not going to hear it from me. But moving on, we got the Titans. They upset the Texans 32-27. Pollard had a good game, 24 carries, 119 yards, and a touchdown. We thought the Texans were going to kind of breeze by this division. There really wasn't going to be no buzz. I did tell you that I did think Tennessee would be better than what their record would say, better than what they were really are. Will Levis is kind of holding back, but he had a decent game this week.
He likes that Westbrook kid.
Yeah, Westbrook Nikita. Yeah. No, he does.
Definitely.
But I think Pollard being able to run the football in this game was huge for them. That's why I put his stats up because I thought At 119 yards on 24 carries, you're able to control the clock, pace of the game, work off of play action. That stuff helps because it confuses the defense and it keeps them on their heels, and you don't know what they're going to be able to do. You stay unpredictable. It gives an offense an advantage.
Yep.
So,
and then on top of that, Mixon had a bad game.
Mixon did have a bad game, but I told y'all I thought the Texans' defense was good. It's crazy though because Stroud didn't have a crazy good game, but he had an okay game. I did say that he was going to have a sophomore slump this year, so I did believe in that.
He's also missing Diggs. I mean, that's
going to be my question. So, like, are the Texans really frauded out, or are they just being bit by this injury bug? Missing Diggs, you missed Nico for a while. Anderson was gone. You had Mixon out for a game or two.
I think too.
Yeah, you had offensive linemen out. Like, they've had dealt with so many injuries.
Bad offensive line play.
Line play because guys are getting hurt. You're putting in a whole bunch of different combinations of offensive line. So do y'all think that they're just fraud? Or are they just the team this year that got bit by the injury bug the worst?
I think the injury bug plays a huge factor into it.
Yeah, I don't think it's the worst, but like you said.
You don't think it's the worst this year?
Rams got it the worst at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, Puka was out for a long, and then Coop went out for a while. Oof. But they shook back. I mean,
they should. Yeah, it was. They got their injuries.
Yeah.
Done in the beginning of the season. You know, enough time for the players to come back and make a playoff.
Nico is back, so that helps them.
How much of his play call was Slovic?
I mean, you're gonna want to run the football. I mean, you got Joe Mixon.
Well, yeah.
You know, and when it doesn't work, I feel like because Nico's the only one. I mean, I like Tank Dell, but I don't think Tank Dell's outside of a speedster. You know, like I don't think he's really
perfect slot player.
Yeah, I don't think he's that crazy good though. Like compared to what Nico is.
Yes.
I think they're missing Diggs big.
Yeah.
I think they're missing Diggs big, and not even just the fact that of him like his production, because I don't think his production was crazy. Just having him out there. Being able to stay, like you have to have an eye on him and Nico.
Yep.
And then you also got to worry about this little 5'11" motherfucker running past everybody because he runs a 4.24.
You still got Mechie.
Yeah. So, my bad. We drafted 2 QBs. Who's the other QB you drafted?
I think that's Garoppolo's year.
Oh, okay.
Garoppolo and Brissett's year.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I'm done now. On the other note, would you say the Texans are underperforming? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it an underperformance issue, or is it because we don't have exactly what we need issue? Offensive line has been terrible. That's where the start is.
A lot of holding calls.
And then
he's talking about this year.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all did draft Joe Milton.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, y'all just got him sitting there. I don't know. They're definitely underperforming as what expectations were, but I do think that there's a reason for that, and it's not because they're just a worse team than what we thought they were going to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, all right. Next up, we got let's see. Jags do not need a QB. No, they're gonna go get probably Travis Hunter, I think. If they have the number 1 pick, they'll probably go get Travis Hunter. They might go get that McMillan kid from Arizona because they need a wide receiver opposite of Calvin Ridley. Well, I mean not Calvin Ridley because Calvin Ridley's gone opposite of Christian Kirk.
And Brian Thomas Jr.
Brian Thomas Jr. Yeah. Because Christian Kirk, I think they're trying to phase him out of the offense. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he was in trade talks before he broke his collarbone.
Yeah,
so he's most likely done.
Yeah. Didn't we get rid of him, or do we still have him?
No, we still have him. He's on IR. It's too late now. Yeah, it is. Trade deadline's gone.
It's not too late. It's never too late.
I don't want to deal with moves in Dynasty right now, bro.
Yeah, Dynasty's not been great. You will get the first QB. I want Sanders for the Raiders. We will take him and Coach Prime. Nobody Schottenheimer to block prime time going to the Raiders this time like he did in 2002. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Marty Schottenheimer. Miami will crumble to there's always one shove away from instant death, it seems. A motherfucker gets life-threatening injuries by being breathed on. It's crazy being breathed on. I saw him make a tackle. He was okay. He made a tackle. He was okay.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I've seen Adam Vinatieri make a tackle. I ain't saying much.
All right. Next up, we got the Chiefs. They survived the Panthers. Mahomes, he actually had a pretty good game. 27 of 33, 269, 3 touchdowns. I mean, he actually played pretty decent. Let him back. They didn't do too great. Excuse me. As far as an offense in the second half, they let the Panthers come back and get it back into the game, tied it up. But then Mahomes drove them down the field, the game-winning field goal. So I asked y'all this question at the beginning of the season. I'm gonna ask it again because of where we're at. Do the Chiefs repeat, or does anybody from the field win the Super Bowl? The Chiefs
In the AFC, like anybody in the AFC?
Anybody in NFC or the AFC?
Oh, okay.
Do the Chiefs repeat and win a third the back-to-back, or does anybody else win a Super Bowl this year?
I say no. I say the NFC has a real good chance because of the way that they've been winning these games. It's been close games.
Fucking Detroit's been finding any kind of way to score and win a game.
Yeah.
Look at the Texans game.
And look at the Eagles. The Eagles can run it down anybody's goddamn throats.
Ravens the same way. Buffalo has definitely exceeded my expectations.
So no, I don't think
Baltimore, I think are the two biggest threats in the AFC to Kansas City.
Yeah. No, I definitely don't. I'm with Devin on this one. I don't think that it's a clear path or like a straight line. But man, I'm gonna say, man. Oh shit. I'm gonna go with the field. I like I ain't gonna lie, man. I really like Baltimore.
Yeah, because I mean they should have beat Kansas City. They came literally a foot away from beating them.
Yeah. I mean,
and on top of that, I don't know how often they ran the ball. But
second one. Right. Oh, actually, my bad. Just plug it into the extension cord right there. Yeah. But yeah. I'm gonna go with anybody else in the field. Like I said, I kind of like Baltimore. You good? You good? And I like the Lions.
Yeah,
I like the Lions.
Yeah. I mean, they beat them. They beat them last year in the opening game, but that was also without Chris Jones and
Travis Kelce. Yeah.
But this not Baltimore. This Detroit team is something different this year, I think.
Drake May looks like a donkey of a pig. Mike Mayock should have sent a letter to the inside knowledge to grab him.
It's been fun watching Drake May play. I'll be real with you.
Speaking of QBs, Broncos, they get a win over the Raiders, 29-19. Bo Nix goes 25 of 42, 273, 2 touchdowns. I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know the guys that are on the Raiders team anymore.
Jacoby Myers is the only wide receiver I know of.
Jacoby Myers, Alexander Madison.
Don't they have Laviska Shenault?
Ooh, I don't even know. Brock Bowers about.
I don't know. I mean, Bowers and Michael Mayer are the only 2 tight ends I know of.
Like they got Gardner Minshew. You said he's out for the season now. They're gonna have O'Connell playing.
Quarterback.
Yeah, playing quarterback.
Y'all noticed, I was gonna bring this up earlier, but y'all notice QBs that have gotten benched or sat in or gotten hurt, when they came back, they're starting to play well. Bryce Young, Tua, we mentioned him earlier. Who else came back? And Richardson.
Was it Richardson though?
What you mean?
Like Look, if you look at some of the passes he's done, like they're all a bunch of drop passes and shit too.
Well, I mean,
Minus the I understand the tap and everything.
Yeah, that really was really, like, hey, yo,
that's probably what got him benched. To be real.
Hey, yo, what we doing over here?
So that brings my next question: Aiden O'Connell.
No.
What? No, hell no. They need like Dave said, they need to go draft a quarterback. If the Giants are above them, they might get Shador. To be honest with you.
I've been saying it for a while now. I think Shador's going to Vegas.
I mean, I've been saying I want Cam Ward.
So that would work out for you either way.
Yeah, it would work out. But I've been saying he goes to New York.
Yeah.
But
you did say.
But I'm starting to believe. Well, no, because they don't have a high enough draft pick. But depending on the Cowboys.
Oh, shit, they're fucking themselves. They're winning games.
Yeah. Just think about if they fire Mike McCarthy.
I don't know if they're firing him because they're
talking
about
extending him after that
Jerry Jones
game.
is a fucking idiot.
So stupid.
But that'd be crazy. Prime time as a coach with his son in Dallas.
Oof. No, please, no. I'd rather not see that in the NFL.
Yeah, you think we're hearing about the Cowboys every morning on ESPN?
Yeah, that's exactly why, bro. I don't want to see that. I'd hear nothing but Cowboy segments all fucking day, and I would hate
on Get Up and shit.
Yeah, Get Up, First Things First Take, all that shit.
You watch on Sportsmanlike?
No.
I like that's one of my favorite ones.
Chris
Candy's on it.
My favorite one right now is First Things First. Chris, okay. I love Chris Broussard and Kevin Wildes. Nick Wright is in, but especially Kevin Wildes. Kevin Wildes is so fucking funny, bro. He a Patriots fan too. He is so funny. He to me, he literally Nick makes crazy picks and suggestions, but Wildes literally makes the show what it is. He really does. He's good.
We all know Nick Wright makes it known he's a Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
And it's also weird.
That's to do with the long hair, big nose.
He never had long hair before.
Yeah, he used to have short hair.
Yeah, like short hair.
Yeah. All these tiny wide receivers look better than they are due to 7-on-7 drills. They call this modern NFL football. It's like ultimate frisbee these days. But Tank Dell and these wee little guys couldn't get off the old line. Oh, well, I mean, they don't let them play as physical as they used to. If they did, shit, I would have never wanted it drafting Xavier Worthy. But all right. Oh, I didn't get to this question. Have the Broncos with Bo Nix, who's been playing pretty decently, do y'all think that they found their franchise guy?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, there's already talks of him maybe passing up Jaden Daniels already for
offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard Caleb sneaking in. I've heard
I don't know about Caleb winning it.
I've heard Jaden Daniels could still win it possibly. I've heard Bo Nix sneaking up.
I've heard about Drake May trying to possibly getting in too.
No,
I don't think he'll get in because he didn't play very.
I would see Tyrone Tracy Jr. before I'd see Drake May. But man, still have yet to see Penix.
He came in for garbage time at one point, but still
have yet to see.
Don't count.
Still have yet to see what he can do. That one's kind of upsetting me.
Well, if Atlanta makes playoffs, there's a chance that they'll sit Kirk Cousins, and we may see him.
If they miss the playoffs?
If they make playoffs.
Why would they sit him if they make the playoffs?
Like going into, you know how you just hit starters going into if they already got playoffs locked up?
If they lock it, like in the last game of the season, if the playoffs are already locked up. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Saying if we clinch first seed.
Yeah, if they clinch the division and the last game of the season doesn't mean shit, then they might put him in. You're right. I didn't think about that. That is actually a good.
Think about it. I think only the 1 and 2 seeds get bye weeks this year. Now.
Only the 1 seed gets bye week. 1 seed in each conference.
They might have been talking about something else.
The old way was the 1 and 2, and then they changed it when they added the 7th guy. They couldn't do that anymore because then you'd have an odd number of teams playing in the wild card round. So they made it to where only the first seeds on each conference, they get the buys, and then the 2 seeds play the 7 seeds.
Okay.
But yeah, I like Bo Nix, man. He's turning out to be a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
Smart. I still think he has. I mean, you could tell he's a rookie.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to continue to grow. He was the most pro-ready guy coming into this league.
He did play 10 years in college.
Well, that's the reason why. I swear to God, I could have remembered him as a backup for Cam Newton. Like
it's definitely possible.
Like because after Newton left, I didn't pay attention to Auburn, and next thing you know, I look at Auburn and I'm like, okay, Bo Nix is their quarterback.
Yeah. He was at Auburn for a little while, and then he transferred to Oregon.
Yeah.
Y'all think Dylan Gabriel's gonna have a similar?
He's pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Because isn't he like 5th year senior?
Yeah,
or something?
I don't know if he's a 5th year senior, but I do know he's draft eligible this year.
Yeah. Because I want to say like it wasn't as long tenured as Bo Nix, but he's probably the longest tenured quarterback in the race for
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm just saying experience wise.
Yeah, I just don't think he has the potential of what Cam Ward or Shador could be.
What about Jalen Milroe?
So that's man.
That's gonna be an interesting pick. Where he goes.
I feel like he's gonna be inconsistent.
Yeah.
I feel like that's gonna be his issue. Like we'll see him one game and he'll be on fire and running the football well and doing everything correctly, and then the next game he'll completely shift the bed.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, he seems like that kind of player to me. But all right, moving on. We had the Lions. They whoop up on the Colts 24-6. Jahmyr Gibbs, 21 carries, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. Time of possession 37-23. Lions way. That's damn near a whole quarter extra possession for the Lions. But my question here was, is Richardson really the answer for QB at the Colts?
Not from what we've seen so far.
That's what I'm saying.
Not from what the hell we've seen.
I mean, I called the draft pick, but I never said he was going to be a good draft pick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to see some more from.
Like we saw, he's got a cannon.
Yeah.
We
know he can run.
He can run, but man, his accuracy from 5 to 25 yards is tragic.
Well, I mean, what they say, he only had like what 12 games in college. 12.
Yeah, he didn't play a lot of games in college.
Yeah. So
the reason why he got drafted so high was because of his combine.
Mm-hmm.
His combine was crazy.
His size, the way he runs the ball.
Yeah, he reminds you of Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what he did at the combine, a quarterback should not be doing.
Yeah,
that's why he got drafted.
Yeah,
he's got the talent.
He definitely has the talent, but man, where's the accuracy from 5 to 15 to 20 yards, man? It's bad. It is bad. He is not an accurate quarterback. I mean, to me, this is exactly what people talked about Lamar.
Yeah.
When they said Lamar can't throw the ball at all.
This is it.
This is the guy that can't throw the ball at all, but can run like crazy.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't have the electrifying of the elusiveness and the electric plays of Lamar, but he is that Cam Newton style quarterback that can run you over, get those extra yards and first downs and continue drives, but by escaping the pocket and creating his own play or drawing up a QB run for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But man, he's not an accurate quarterback at all. I wish Sports Addict was here. Backwards. What?
Maybe when we were mentioning
the Colts,
the Raiders, weapons and stuff like that earlier.
But no, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Richardson right now. I'm really not. Because, like I said, I think this is what when people talked about Lamar can't throw the football, this is what they're talking about.
Yeah, and Lamar worked on it too.
And he did. And guess who's leading the league in passing yards?
Lamar.
And Derrick Henry's not far behind Saquon in rushing yards
They
either.
play this
They
week.
play this week. It's gonna be such a good game.
Like I said earlier, they need to flex. If Purdy doesn't play Sunday, they need to flex them from the Sunday night and put that Ravens. It's only a couple of hours different.
They need to put the Ravens in
Baltimore Sunday night.
On Monday night.
Nah, Sunday night. Sunday night.
Yeah, it's too much of a difference to move a team from Monday to Sunday.
Yeah, keep it Sunday.
To move a team from like 3 to...
Yeah, because it's set for 3:25 for
right.
or 4:25 because the East Coast. But who's playing? Who you said playing Sunday night?
It's the Bills versus Niners, but
where's it at?
Buffalo, I think.
It might
because if it's in Buffalo, it works better. If it was
while the sun's still out.
Shit, there may not be no sun at the Buffalo game.
They might start with sun and end in the dark. But all right, let's see. And O'Connell can ball when they block. That's what scares me. We need these L's, baby. Shedeur Sanders makes all the halftime game plan. Oh, just for Colorado. Not many QBs do this, especially not in college. I mean that makes sense. I mean, like I said, Joe Shane was there checking him out earlier today or yesterday at the practice for Colorado. All right, next up we have the 49ers. They fall to the Packers 38-10. Josh Jacobs gets 26 carries, 106 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Guys, did this game prove Purdy's worth to the 49ers? Because we saw Brandon Allen come in and he shit the bed. And all I've heard for the past 2 seasons with Purdy is, it's all the weapons. Anybody could step in and play with these weapons. All this and that, blah, 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 blah. Like, we saw somebody step in. He played like shit.
Yeah.
They scored 10 points. He was terrible. He was bad. And I ain't gonna lie, that played so well into Brock Purdy's hands because he's got a contract coming up.
After this year.
He's got a contract coming up. And their talks like he might get franchise tagged.
Would it be smart if Purdy just sat out the rest of the year?
No, because you could do what Dak did. You sign a franchise tag, and then after that second franchise tag, boy, they got to pay you like $40 million, bro. $40 to $50 million on that second franchise tag. They don't want to do that for 1 year, because then what happens if you do get hurt? Or what happens if after that year, you're not signing no franchise? They're not going to franchise tag you a third time, so you're either going to sign a contract or you're going to walk.
Yeah. We saw that was the whole Kirk Cousins thing.
That's what I'm saying. Dak did the same thing with the Cowboys. The Cowboys waited too long to pay him, and that's why they had to pay him so much fucking money.
Mm.
So, but I mean, this game did exactly what I thought it was going to do. It was going to show everybody that they can't do shit without Purdy back there.
It's also like when they miss Purdy, they miss CMC. I know he played, and then they also. I don't think Trent Williams played.
Trent Williams didn't play, but that is huge. I will.
They don't have a good record when any of them 3 play,
especially when Trent Williams play.
They don't play.
You talked about that early, I think.
Beginning of the season.
Yeah, beginning of the season with Trent. When Trent Williams doesn't play, they're shitty.
Yeah. Did Bosa play?
No, Bosa was out too, I think.
So they had a lot of
Bosa, Purdy, and Trent Williams were all out.
So that brings me back to that question.
Yeah.
And I understand, like, oh, you don't need all that to win games and to win a Super Bowl. But damn it, if you have all that, you're missing it when your offense doesn't have it because you're banking on starters to stay healthy and the backups aren't nowhere near as close as what these starters are. So when you lose that, it takes a big chunk of production out of your offense.
Mm-hmm.
I think people forget that sometimes. I think that's my issue with it. Oh. Brock Bowers about to have a top season in the NFL history, and as a rookie, what games you watching? Rookie QB with average numbers ain't better than a GOAT. I mean, Brock Bowers has played well.
Yeah.
Then again, we talked about it. After Adams split, like what do they really have over there?
Right.
Bowers is probably the only one they have.
He's their best option, even as a rookie. He is a good player, though.
Very.
He is a very good player. We talked about that with coming out the draft. I thought he was going to go higher than what he got drafted.
The Raiders didn't pick him up right before the Saints. I thought that's who we were going to go with.
Caleb Williams has only 300 bar. I mean, this is rookie season. I mean, I never said he was going to be generational, like generational quarterback. I talked about that at the beginning of the season. I never thought he was going to be a generational guy. I did think he was going to be a decent player and a decent quarterback that can win football games. I don't know about leading to a Super Bowl, maybe a couple playoff runs where they get to a championship game, but not in a Super Bowl game.
Right.
That's where I think he is as a quarterback. Now, could he progress past that? Possibly with the right coach. I don't think Eberflus is the right coach right now. Our Bowers 2 in the league in exceptions and tight end in general as a position that the player doesn't excel until year 2, 3 due to NFL blocking assignments. Oh well, yeah, he's definitely so far ahead of of where he's supposed to be as a rookie. He's the best rookie, period. I'm trying to think of all the rookies right now. I don't know. Quinyon Mitchell has played really, really good for the Eagles this year.
Yeah.
Quinyon Mitchell has played really, really well. I mean, he shut down some top name wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think about who else has been a good rookie this year.
Jaden.
Yeah.
Joe
Alt has been good. Yeah, Joe Alt has been good.
Would you put Brian Thomas Jr.?
Yeah, he got hurt. He was out for a little bit. He got hurt. I can definitely see where you're coming from as far as like him being the best rookie. But like I said, it's also like when you look at it like a basketball player who's the only option on a bad team and their numbers are kind of crazy because you're the only option. That's not to take away his special, like him being a special player. But I guarantee you, if you had player like a bunch of skill, like a really good running back and at least another good wide receiver with a decent quarterback, I don't think his numbers would be the way they are right now because there'd be more volume going spread across the board compared to just going to one guy.
Even when they had Adams, he was still,
But like I said, I do think he's a really good player, and he could possibly win Rookie of the Year.
There's a chance.
Yeah. I just know they inflate quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They inflate quarterbacks. I talked about that with Tracy the other day. I was like, the MVP award's just the best quarterback award.
Yeah,
that's all.
I hate that.
Yeah, it pisses me off too. I don't like that either.
They need to just have another
have a quarterback award.
Right, exactly.
And there's serious talks about Barkley becoming MVP this year too.
I mean, he would deserve it.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
He would deserve it. And boy, I would laugh my ass off, bro.
There was videos like in the office when y'all's front office is talking, just keep going on Twitter. I'm just like, man, this does not look good.
It's bad. The Cardinals, they fall to the Seahawks 16-6. Geno Smith goes 22 of 31, 254, touchdown and a pick. Kyler Murray threw a bad pick that went back for a touchdown. So Seattle had a defensive score. So the offense didn't play that great. But the Cardinals, coming off of a bye, played like shit.
6 points.
6 points off of a bye. Unacceptable. For anybody that's ever watched Jake and Finn, unacceptable! I hated it. It was a terrible game. I didn't like watching it. It was bad on all fronts. Seattle scored 9 points on offense. For anybody that doesn't know, that's 9 points on offense.
So it's mainly field goal game.
I'm sorry, not 9 points. My math is off. Yeah, because they scored 7 on defense. Take away 7 from 16. That is not what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's 9 points. 7 from 16. I'm trying to do math in my head. CeeDee Lamb, 118 targets, 77 catches, number one in the league. Brock Bowers has 99 targets, 74 catches. Sessions with awful play. Caleb Bain setting Rennie records. Why is he in the combo? Because, like I said, he's a quarterback. They inflate quarterbacks like crazy now.
Pushing that shit.
They push that shit like it's drugs.
Pushing it like an agenda.
Yeah, it's bad. But so this division is the closest division out of everybody. You got all 4 teams are still able to win this division, and it's really, really close, literally separated by a game. Seattle and Arizona are tied, but Seattle has the head-to-head matchup right now against them because they just beat them this week. So Seattle's leading the division at 6-5. Arizona's tied with them at 6-5, sitting in second place. Rams are 5-6, and San Francisco's in last place at 5-6 as well. Gentlemen, it's possible. I want to define it, a definite pick. Who wins this division? Jared, go.
I just pulled up the Rams, the rest of the Rams schedule. If you look at it, they got New Orleans this week. Then they're at home against Buffalo, on the road against San Francisco and the Jets. And then they finish off with Arizona and Seattle.
Yeah. Looking at Arizona's schedule, they got the Vikings this week. That's a tough matchup. Then they got to play Seattle again. So they play Seattle twice in 3 weeks. Then they got to play the Patriots, the Panthers, the Rams, and the 49ers. So they still have 3 division games to play.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tight one.
So, and then if you look at Seattle's schedule, they have the Jets this week, the Cardinals, the Packers, the Vikings, the Bears, and the Rams. I think they have a tougher schedule.
What about the Niners?
Niners they play the Bills this week. Tough game.
Yeah.
Bears, Rams, Dolphins, Lions, Cardinals. That's also tough. That's a tougher schedule.
You don't think the Rams have a tougher schedule with the Bills? I thought you said
they play y'all in that this week. They play the Saints this week, and they play Buffalo. And then they're on the road against San Francisco and the Jets. And then they finish off
with Jets. Okay.
Yeah, they finish off with Arizona and Seattle.
I think Arizona has the easiest schedule out of all of them. They do play the Vikings this week, but then they got Seattle, so they can fight back against Seattle again. Patriots, Panthers, Rams division game that they would need to probably win, and then the 49ers, who I believe they've already beaten this year. Did they beat them? Yeah, they already beat them this year on my birthday. So
yeah, I don't know. That's the Rams are getting healthier.
But they just lost a bad one to the Eagles.
But number 1 fucking offense in the league right now.
No,
right, Ravens. You're right.
Yeah, number 2 offense.
Yeah, number 2. But if I had to go, you say you want definite.
I want a definite pick because this is too tight right now. I want to see if somebody can call it.
I'm gonna go with the Rams. I think the Rams are gonna push for it.
That was gonna be my pick.
You can go with the Rams.
You can still go with it.
Go
Rams. Different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna take the Rams.
I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals shake back after what just happened. I think they're a better team than the Seahawks. I do think that the Rams might be a slightly bit better than them, but what's it called? I do think the Rams have a tougher schedule than Arizona does left to play, and Arizona has an easy schedule with at least 3 more wins easily. So if they can get 10 wins in this division, that could possibly win it. 10 wins could possibly win this division.
Yeah.
It's got to be the right ones, though. They're going to have to beat Seattle.
And for a while, I was thinking Arizona's going to win this division too. But the way Stafford and Puka and Kupp have been clicking on all cylinders, basically, it's scary. Minus, outside of the game they just played last week.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. But yeah, I just think Arizona is just too easy of a schedule right now. He's not afraid to go deep. I hate ding and dunk QBs that try to hit their end of season bonuses rather than make a play. As far as like receiving, like for tight ends. No, I mean I get it, but like I don't think you realize how much the NFL inflates QBs. Like Saquon barely won it over Baker Mayfield the year Baker and him got drafted. He barely got it over. Like and they were still clamoring that he should have won it. I mean, he doesn't have the stats, but he's locking people up. You could tell. They have those stats where they show like when he's guarding people.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 50-something passer rating when the ball's thrown his way. He's playing really good. I mean, but that's defense. That's defensive. That's defensive. Yeah. That's defensive rookie of the year. I mean, Bowers could definitely win it. I mean, I'm not saying. I just know how much the NFL inflates QBs. Right. I've seen it too many years in a row where they inflate something that isn't necessary and doesn't have to be there. All right, got a couple games left here. Let's talk about this Eagles game. Eagles kind of dominated the Rams. I don't care what that score says. 17 doesn't seem like a domination, but Rams scored a late touchdown that didn't mean shit. Barkley had 302 total yards. He had 2-something rushing. It's like 250 rushing, and then
he ripped off 2 70+ yard touchdown runs.
Yes.
In one game.
Yes. Yes. Yes, it's sad. Yes, I'm okay. I do like Tyrone Tracy. He's no Saquon Barkley. But the thing about it is I'm happy for him that he can go somewhere and showcase the kind of player that he actually is.
Yeah.
He deserves that.
Yes.
He does.
Playing behind the best offensive line he's ever going to probably play with.
Yes, he's playing behind the best offensive line that he's ever had and probably will ever play with. And he deserves that because he spent the last 6 years of his career trying to carry the Giants and getting hurt because he's getting hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage because we have no offensive line.
Did you watch that video I sent you? With dude talking about how Barkley, how it was with the Giants fans. And
oh yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is pretty accurate.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like, I mean, I'm not the general manager. If I was the general manager, I'd have paid him $13 million a year. I don't care. I'd have been like, yeah, we'll give you $13 million a year, and I'll give you probably like 80% of that guaranteed.
You Saquon says somebody, you just let walk.
You just don't,
especially to your rivals.
You don't let somebody like him walk. You knew after this one season you were going to get rid of Daniel Jones. If that was the case, pay Barkley. If you knew you were going to get rid of Daniel Jones after this one season, pay Barkley because then you're going to have the cap space after Daniel Jones leaves.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it. So, but question for them, are the Eagles the best team in the NFC? Do you think they are better than the Lions?
No. No.
You think the Lions are better?
I think I'm about to slightly go with Devin on this one. Philly doesn't score in the first half.
They do start slow. I do agree with that. And we talked about that on
Yeah.
several occasions.
That actually hit on my parlay Sunday.
Where you took like an under.
I took
points
the under in the half.
in the half.
Yeah.
Damn, I should have
I
done that. That's actually a good bet.
I talked about that on the show. I'm like, they don't score in the first half.
Yeah, that's actually a good bet. I didn't even think about that.
We're going
I hate doing first half stuff, bro, because if you put it on a parlay and it doesn't hit, your parlay is
Right,
automatically shot at halftime.
Yeah.
I don't put it on a lot. I do sometimes, but damn. I did it against the Magic in the Lakers game the other night. And I picked the Magic to win, but I also picked them winning at halftime, but the Lakers were winning at halftime. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was that was me too.
That's the one that's from.
Oh yeah. You showed me that one. But so why do y'all still say that the Lions are a better team? Like what is like showing that?
They can score in every which way.
That
Right.
and then they just been finding ways to win the game.
Yeah.
Look, the Houston game, Goff threw 5 picks.
And Dan Campbell is way
Yeah,
better than Nick Sirianni.
It seems like Aaron Glenn's got that defensive rolling.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
Wasn't it halftime when we checked it?
I had everything else up until this game right here. Oh wait, I think Anthony Davis only had 19 points. I don't think he got 20.
Oh yeah, okay. He might have been short.
Oh, and then LeBron didn't get a 3 either. So I missed a couple of them. I got a lot of them.
Don't feel too bad when you missed a couple.
You missed a couple of them. It's like, whew,
Yeah.
I missed a couple of them.
Yeah. If you missed
missed one, bro. I missed one on a 23 leg parlay. I'm throwing my phone.
I was gonna say breaking your phone.
Yeah, bro. But my round robin's still going, and I still got this Jokic one. If Jokic gets a double-double, I'll win this one. Yeah. So, but
we got?
I do think the Lions are a little bit better as far as being able to come out hot, come out swinging first half through the second half, being able to control the clock, strong defense. I tell you, if Hutchinson was still there and playing this year,
right? Yeah,
man, bro, they'd be deadly.
Also, the issue is how good is Philly's defense going to be against the offense for Detroit?
That's true. They'd have to stop the run.
Yeah,
but then Jared Goff's been playing at an MVP kind of caliber season.
Yeah.
Now, he's not the MVP right now, but he's playing at that kind of caliber. Yeah, I saw that man throw 100% completion percentage in a game. It's crazy.
We also see him at 1 pick away from being Nathan Peterman.
Hey, bro. They still won that game.
That's what I'm talking about.
This man threw 5 picks and they still won the game. Did you see that the OG light skinned dudes when they were like Dan Campbell? And he's like, throw it. But coach, we don't need it. I can't do it. Throw another one.
The dude just
and then they're finally down. He's like, all right, now we can play. They fucking came back and won.
Videos are fucking hilarious.
No, yeah, there was 2. I think it's 2 or 3 of them. They're funny, bro. Funny dudes. But yeah, I still think the Lions are the best team right now in the NFC until the Eagles show. I'll tell you what, though, if the Eagles beat the Ravens, my opinion might change.
Yeah.
If they beat the Ravens, my opinion might change.
Yeah. Like I said, bro, I'm telling you that needs to be the Sunday night football game. That needs to be Sunday night game.
Yeah. No, I agree. He's doing a Lions share with Adam sitting right there. Oh yeah, I don't doubt it. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how Brock ends it. I just don't know if they're gonna that's just QBs, man. That's all I can say because that's all that matters to them. Ravens, they show up the Chargers in LA, 30-23. Lamar Jackson goes 16-22, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns passing. He added a rushing touchdown, so 3 total touchdowns. Derrick Henry, 24 carries, 140 yards. Now, we know their offense, number 1 offense in the league right now. Derrick Henry second behind Saquon Barkley, not by much in rushing. Lamar leads the league in passing, most passing yards in the league right now.
You do a fucking dot debate, man.
But this defense here is not that good.
No.
It's just not good. So, is this defense going to be the downfall of the Ravens when they get to the playoffs?
It's gonna be the defense and how they go run with Derrick Henry. Because if you give Derrick Henry 30+ touches, you win. They've won the game. And when they don't, they've lost. So, I mean, you go with that how you want to do with that.
Yeah, he definitely has to carry the ball. Well, and that's what I was talking about. Like, you got to utilize these guys. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. Why you wouldn't go get a Derrick Henry? Why you go get a Saquon Barkley? Why you go get a Josh Jacobs from the Raiders? From the Packers did. You know what I mean? Aaron Jones is a decent back, but I do think Josh Jacobs is better than Aaron Jones, and he's also younger.
Yeah.
You know, but that's not to say Aaron Jones has had a decent season in Minnesota.
I also think Josh Jacobs fits more of the running back role that Green Bay won.
Yes, compared to what Aaron Jones gives them.
Because, I mean, look when they had A.J. Dillon. I mean, A.J. Dillon is mainly like a third down back, but he's still big and physical.
Yeah. So
that's what Jacobs is.
No, I agree. No. I'll be honest with you. I think this year is the year where I think Lamar is going to play good in the playoffs, but they're going to lose because of the defense. I really do. I think they're going to get to the
defense has saved them.
I think they're going to get to the AFC Championship game. Most likely, in my opinion, I think against the Bills.
Yeah.
And I think the Bills make the play. I think the Bills make the Super Bowl this year. Yeah, I know he doesn't want that.
I don't want that shit. I'd rather Kansas City repeat.
Yeah, I think the Bills make it from the AFC this year, especially with Cooper. If you got to get Cooper healthy and Keon Coleman help, but when they're healthy and they're running the football, Josh Allen has been cooking this year.
Imagine Bills fans in New Orleans.
No, that's why I don't want that.
They're gonna be jumping off a
white table,
balcony.
Yeah, exactly. Bourbon, white table, broken white table.
Somebody's jumping off a balcony on bourbon.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, somebody's jumping off a balcony through a table on bourbon. I promise you.
Oh yes,
that would be wild.
But
do they win it?
I don't know. Well, it depends. I would love to see a Bills-Lions Super Bowl.
A Bills-Philly game.
No, Bills-Lions Super Bowl would be.
I know you don't want to see I know you don't want to see Philly in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't want to see Philly. But yeah, I do think that's the whole reason why I wanted to ask you this, because this is exactly what I believe. I do believe that the Ravens defense is what's going to kill them in the playoffs this year.
That's fair.
But you never know. If they're scoring 30 to 35, they have a chance.
Yeah.
They have a chance every game if they're scoring 30, 35.
Yeah.
So.
But can their defense hold them to that one extra point?
Man, that's tough. I mean, we'll see. But I do believe that I have Bills Lions Super Bowl this year.
I'll take the Lions in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. What you think?
I'll take Lions Super Bowl. Like, Lions has turned into America's team especially after the past couple of years. We're rooting for Dan Campbell.
I'm rooting for the
Dan
Lions.
Campbell's got this team completely turned around.
Yeah. And it's just the way that they built the team.
Yeah.
Who did they play against? Yeah.
I think the Bills edge it out against the Chiefs in the AFC.
The Bills edge it out.
Well, it'll be a Chiefs home game.
You don't know that yet.
No,
you don't know that yet, because if the Chiefs do lose one more game, which is definitely possible,
they won't have the number one seed.
They won't have
If them and the Bills have the same record, they're gonna have the head-to-head over KC.
Yep, because they beat
KC.
Okay.
So they would play in Buffalo.
Damn. So yeah. In January. Just think about that.
Well, I don't think that matters. It snows. It gets cold in Kansas City.
True.
But all right, y'all. Anything else y'all wanted to add?
No, I think that's it.
I think that was a good time in the night. We appreciate everybody joining. I'll take that back. We got 3 games we got to pick. I forgot tomorrow's Thanksgiving. We have Miami versus Green Bay. We have.
I'm gonna take Green Bay.
I like Green Bay in that game. Who do you like?
Green Bay, weather's snow, Tua,
Yeah,
That's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. Do you want to keep Tua in because of the weather?
I kind of want to take him out.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie. And then Drake may play Indianapolis this week.
Yeah.
He might have a good week.
Yeah, and Stafford plays New Orleans.
Yes. Secondly, we got Giants and Cowboys. I like the Cowboys. Oh yeah, I like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Who do you like? Cowboys.
Take Dallas.
Yeah, I like Dallas in
Because
this one.
DeVito's not even playing now. It's back to Drew Lock.
Yeah.
If I get a Jeezy Drew Lock, if I get a Jeezy a Drew Lock bumping Jeezy on the sideline, I'm
You take the Giants?
I'll take the Giants. I'll put a little money on the Giants this tomorrow. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like the Cowboys.
I don't like the Cowboys either, but
the whole reason I didn't pick the Giants because DeVito wasn't playing, and it would. Maybe Drew Lock gets the ball to what's his face.
I just fuck with Drew Lock because of the whole him bumping Jeezy on the side. That shit was fire a couple of years ago.
All right, and then next up we got the Bears at the Lions.
Lions, obvious.
I am going with the Bears. I think the Bears last 2-3 weeks have played really close games, really good games. And I think that the Lions have been on fire so much that coming into a short week, I think this is where they falter a little bit. They have the early game where it's playing at noon on that day as well. So I like the Bears.
I would like to see what the past record is on Thanksgiving for the Lions. Because don't they play every Thanksgiving?
Who?
Yeah, they play every Thanksgiving.
So, but
Cowboys and Lions will play every Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So,
but all right. So you got Cowboys, Green Bay, Detroit. You got Green Bay, Giants, Detroit, and I got Green Bay, Cowboys and the Bears. Yes, the Bears. So, all right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining. Appreciate all the comments. Don't forget like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff they do here on YouTube. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Spread some love with your loved ones, and sit around the TV, watch some football. And so, but we will be back Friday. Y'all good Friday? I'm off Friday as well. All right. We'll go ahead and pick Sunday's games as well. That day we'll talk about Sunday's games, try to get a parlay in. That's wind. Yeah, it's windy tonight. But with that said, we'll be back Friday. Thank y'all. See y'all next time.